Good morning, everyone. Very special welcome to our college, and I also would like to pay my respects to Aboriginal people, past and present, and I always love listening to a welcome to country. I think I learn something every time I hear that, and it's one of the most beautiful things about this campus. If you go out and have a look out that way at the bay and imagine that the concrete works are not there, nor the fish markets, even though I'm quite attached to the concrete works now. That used to be, at Blackwattle Bay, a walking track, and it was a walking track of the people of our Gadigal or Darug people who lived here to Redfern. And our senior campus here does teach Aboriginal studies, and these are some of the things that we know, that the inner city area is very rich in Aboriginal history. I think it's always important when we meet at a place that we know the context of the place. And as you know, you're in a place here that is about education. Sydney Secondary College began 11 years ago, and it has 3 campuses, Balmain, Leichhardt, and there's 7 to 10 schools, and Blackwattle Bay is a senior campus. When it began, people said it'll never work. 11 years on, we have over 2,000 students at our college, and that's an increase of 73% in enrolments. And I tell that story because I'm sure every day, with your commitment and the causes that you fight for, people tell you it'll never work. It won't work. But it does, because people like you have vision, determination and resilience, and you believe in something. And I think that's so important. And it does work. You do chip away at the edges, but then you get that momentum and you get that critical mass. We are a public school, we're co-educational, and we're very inclusive. And we're very proud of our students. I think it's great to have a conference at a school. It certainly isn't a salubrious location in terms of hotels and things like that where people have conferences, but it's a place of learning. And when we learn, it means people come here with knowledge to share, to improve, to extend, and to debate, to think, to be creative, and to go away enriched. And I think, I'm sure that that's what your conference is about too. It is a sharing of knowledge, and that's so important. And I think also it's a place of great energy. When it's full of 615, 16, 17 and 18-year-olds, I can assure you it's very energetic and there's a really good vibe here. And furthermore, it's full of hope. And that's why I love working in education, because it's full of hope. You work with the next generation and they're absolutely delightful. You never know what's going to happen from one day to the next. Some days are great, some days you go, might have to try that one again. And it is, and that's what I believe in very strongly, that what you bring to all of us is hope, looking forward for new solutions. And one of the great hopes, the Australian curriculum starts next year, and at the core of every subject in the Australian curriculum is sustainability. That's something that will be taught across the curriculum, and I think that's really very important. Last week, our Year 7s at Leichhardt, that's 12, 13-year-olds, had a learning fair, and if any of you can remember the inventors from the ABC, it was a bit like that. And where students take an issue and come up with a problem and present it. And in that room, there were little tables just like around here, but there were young people with little tables with stalls where they were promoting that as a school we need to do better with recycling, and we do. There were others who were campaigning with their petitions and letters that they're going to write to some of the local politicians here today about more pathways so they can cycle to school safely and feel safe. There were others who were worried about endangered animals and what they can do. And already they know that they have to have information, they know they have to agitate, and so they are full of hope, and they are, like you, people who have a vision for a better Australia and a better world.